What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Internet Capitalist Podcast with Luke Kish, where we talk about mindsets, experiences, and frameworks that will help you have fun, get rich, build cool shit, and positively impact the world. I am your host, Luke Kish, and welcome to episode number 33 of the podcast, all about the impression of increase. Now, the impression of increase, if you don't already understand it, will do lots of things, one of which would be stop suffering. If you feel like you're kind of suffering personally, internally right now. 2 is it'll make you live a bigger life. 3 is it'll help you get what you want. So if all of those things sound interesting to you, definitely listen to this. This is going to be very helpful for you. And let's get right into it. So the impression of increase, I believe it's chapter 14 of Science of Getting Rich. But basically is the concept that everyone you interact with, you leave at a better place than when you found them, right? Whether it be just a subtle compliment where you're lifting someone, not flattering, not bullshit, but a genuine compliment. Whether it's, adding a skill to somebody, whether it's showing a perspective to somebody, whether it's legitimately adding value to somebody with, money or resources, whether it's, giving a helping hand, whatever it may be. The tenant is that you want to live your life in a way where everyone you come into interaction with is left with the impression of increase. Feels like by running into you more of rather than by running into you less than. So most people, they don't operate like this, right? It's more like what's in it for me, WIIFM. There's a little sign on everyone's forehead. What is in it for me? Everyone's constantly thinking about what they can get and what they can take. And because of this, their relationships aren't as strong as they could be. The respect isn't as strong as it could be. The ability to receive isn't as strong as it could be, right? So, if you look at somebody who's got a ton of influence in a network, right? You look at somebody who, they can make a couple phone calls and get the job done, or they can have helping hands. They can have, somebody show up for this reason, or this reason, or this reason. That's because generally this person deposits into the network, right? Like deposits value to all of the people around them. And when you're constantly depositing value and you're leaving everyone around you with the impression of increase, when the time comes for you to need something, you have the network from which you can now withdraw. Right? But it's not like you're giving because you want to withdraw. It's just a natural thing that happens. When you are the giver, when you are the person who leaves everyone around you with increase, then the network around is very supportive of you. Right? And that's Jim Rohn's whole thing. If you help enough people get what they want, you can have everything you want. If you can help enough people get what they want, you can have everything you want. So everyone walks around focusing on how they can self-serve. How can I make myself feel better? How can I get something for myself? How can I get more of this for myself? How can I myself? And it's really limited. It's really slow. It's also not as enjoyable. And then you look at people who really have it, and you'll see that these people add value and leave the impression of increase to everyone around them. Much more serving, whether that be with a legitimate product or service, or whether that be just with intangible. You have those friends that you can call on and rely on, and think about how you hold them in your mind. Think about what you will do for those people that you hold in high regard. And why do you hold them in high regard? Probably because they're helpful members to their circle, to their tribe, to the people around them. And this is a huge hack. This is a huge hack. And it's, to be honest, it's just a better way to live your life for so many reasons. When you're suffering, right? When you feel self-loathing, you feel, like you're in pain, you have all of these problems, all of these things are wrong with you. You're not where you should be. This, that, the other, me. What is going on there? It's me. Something's wrong with me. I'm not where I should be. I have this problem. This is this thing. you can only suffer when you focus on yourself. Suffering ends when you take the focus off of you immediately. Why? Because to suffer, it has to be because, of you 99% of the time, right? I'm this. I should be this. This is painful for me. I feel so insecure because of this. I have limiting beliefs because of this. I'm tearing myself down because of this. My internal dialogue, all of those things stem from obsessive self-thought. Like, let me just continue to think about all my problems, all my stories, all my things. And then because of that, you can go down a rabbit hole of suffering. Whereas if you just focus, how can I help? Right? How can I add to this person? You're not thinking about yourself. When you're not thinking about yourself, you're not suffering. So give that a shot. Walk around for the rest of the month and think every meeting that I'm in, even if it's a stranger, every person I encounter, even if it's at a gas station, even if it's the janitor, even if it's you fill in the blank, at the gym, with somebody next to me at the locker, even if it's somebody, at the grocery store, whatever it is, whoever you come in contact with, leave the impression of increase. Leave with more than you got there with. And then what this does, by the way, in giving and in lifting, it more familiarizes your mind with abundance and with more and with greater than, because your brain is on the track. And, not to get too woo-woo, but I believe what goes out comes back, right? If you put good energy out, good energy comes back, right? Nature is, it's like a balance. It's like what you put out, you get back. What you put out, you get back. You put out a bunch of bad, right? You rip a bunch of people off. You do things that are a little shady or on the edge. You mean to people. You tear people down. You're going to get that back. If you lift people up, you grow people, you leave people with the impression of increase, you help when you can help, you're going to get that back. So, helpful lesson, impression of increase in your working relationships, in your personal relationships, everyone that you're around for the rest of the month, make it your goal to leave with the impression of increase. Like Jim Rohn says, if you help enough people get what they want, you can have everything that you want. Tony Robbins says, suffering can only happen when you're focusing on yourself. You begin to focus on others, how you can help, how you can lift, how you can make more. When all of the people and the things around you become greater than, you by default must become greater than. Right? By lifting others, you rise. That is really the way it works. You have a more powerful network, a more capable network, a network full of, growth and growth that you're helping facilitate. Then guess what? That's good for you. Now you have a stronger network. You have more, more growth around you. So focus on it. If you've been focused on yourself and all of your production and you feel stuck, you feel stale. The other thing, it feels great. Like, it is a lovely thing. Like, I just got done Christmas, it's like, cool, I got a gift. And then it's like, yes, I get to give this gift, right? It's a much more deeper reward when you get to give and lift and leave others with more than when you get something for yourself, right? So selfishly, it's wonderful. Selfishly, to lift others and give others increase is a wonderful feeling for you and your brain, right? It really, at least for me, my brain, when I do that, I get it this like level, sustainable, enjoyable sensation that doesn't have much downside, right? Like there's not like much downside to it. So get creative, focus on it. You might be surprised at how good you feel. And then I also believe that the more that you leave people with the impression of increase, the faster you're able to go and move forward and get what you want in your life. It's like the best entrepreneurs, they're building the best products for people. The best CEOs, they lift everyone around them, right? It's not like they're the reason. They're the reason because they're good at lifting everyone around them. The best coaches, lifting everyone around them. The best family members, lifting everyone around them. The most, best networkers, lifting everyone around them. It's not a secret. It's in plain sight. It's just we forget it and we don't think about it. You can be conscious every day and say, okay, I'm going to leave everyone I come in contact with the impression of increase. All of a sudden, you'll be a cool cat, right? You'll be somebody. That's what Bob used to say. You know, you leave everyone with the impression of increase. All of a sudden, people start calling you all the time. They want to talk to you. They want more of the impression of increase because humans are attracted to growth, and humans naturally, whether consciously or unconsciously, move towards and are attracted to those who can provide growth to them, that can provide expansion to them. All of a sudden, everyone wants a piece of you. Why? Because it's a very attractive quality. It's a very magnetic quality that people want. So that's my message for today. We got a couple days left before the new year, and go out there and make that a goal. Make that a goal for yourself. You'll be surprised. You'll end up reaching your personal goals much faster by doing this because of the way it orients your mind, your thinking in a much more favorable fashion, healthier, more rooted, more grounded in, I believe, like a nature / universal energy that assists, supports, and holds you. So you'll be surprised. Go out there, give it a shot. Hope it helps. Thank you for being an internet capitalist. This is the end of the episode. I do not run any ads here. I just do this to help. I hope it does help. If it does, subscribe. It would mean a whole lot. Check out other episodes. I got some good stuff on here. It's all free. And my goal is to help you guys have fun, get rich, build cool shit, and positively impact the world. If you know a friend this could help, share it with them. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you tomorrow for the next episode. All right. Thanks. Bye.